I'm Bill.
I'm Mart.
And this is our tree farm.
We work here at Highland Hill Farm on Route 313 in Fountainville, PA, with my old man Don, my son Michael, and my son James. And one thing we've learned after 35 years in the tree business, we never know what job we're going to do next.
This is Mike Lewis at Lewis Wholesale Nursery and Michael Hurst at Highland Hill Farm, and they're going to be discussing the paperbark maple or Acker grissom.
Good morning. We're here at Lewis Nursery looking at some paperbark maples. Paperbark maples are a very nice tree. It has nice bark on it. If you look closely, you can see the exfoliating bark. It almost looks like cinnamon strips. Very attractive when it's peeling. After it peels, it's a nice, smooth, shiny bark. Paperbark maples get a real great fall color. It gets lots of intense reds and purples in them. It's a slower growing tree. It'll grow about 6-8 inches a year for you. We have them available in single stems as well as a multiple stem form like we have here. It's a great focal piece for anywhere on the property, particularly in front of your house, in a nice little garden. Mike, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, you can put this one closer to your houses, not like a river birch or any other bigger maples. Since this won't grow as big, this you can put closer, it won't grow into your siding or grow up over your house or into your gutters or anything like that. And leaving leaves in your gutters, which is good. Other things that people like about them is that once you put them in, they're usually pretty good. And when the leaves fall off it, like Lewis said, you can see the bark, and that's when the bark really becomes an attraction piece to it.
Do people highlight this at night with a light?
They can, and usually what they do is they put lights up against it and having shadow cast against the house.
How easy is this tree to grow?
It's not the easiest tree, but you can do it.
I think it's very adaptable to a lot of different kinds of soil types. It'll take soil that's a little on the wet side as well as a little on the dry side.
Zone 5 to about 7?
Yes.
And when you dig this, describe how you'll dig it and what you'll do to dig it.
Okay, this time of year we pre-treat the tree with Bioplex just to make sure that it'll transplant easily. What we do is we have a mechanical tree spade, a hydraulic tree spade that'll just dig a bowl out for us. We'll put it in a wire basket with burlap tied up nice and tight. When it's ready to be planted, everything can go right in the ground. You don't need to cut the basket off, cut the string off. Everything will just rot in the ground itself. The wire basket won't affect the growth of the tree.
Now you have these in both single stem and multi-stem. Okay. And what other trees do you have just in this area? We can briefly give people
Over here, Mr. Hurst, we have some forest pansy redbud. Forest pansy redbud comes out, it'll show up good against my shirt, with this reddish, purplish foliage. Early spring to about midsummer, it'll fade a little bit if you look further down the branch. Any new growth will still come out with this purple color. It's very attractive. It gets your typical red bud flower, nice big, almost magenta type flower. At each leaf bud there'll be a flower. Flowers on the new growth from this year as well as the old growth from last year. It's a nice large shrub. It's also available in a tree form.
Okay, and then over here?
Over here we have another kind of red bud called Cercis covey. It's a weeping red bud. Has the same magenta type flower. You can see the flower buds here. You can almost see the little color in them already if you get up close. And this just has a nice weeping branches. Great focal piece in a garden, anywhere in your landscape. In the spring when it blooms, it's just a cascading bunch of flowers, those magenta colored flowers.
What are these trees over here, Mike? This is an unusual one. Has different colors on it.
This is a Protea persica.
Persian Protea.
It's a member of the witch hazel family. You can see it's already starting to get its